It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll watch Tyler Conklin. It was a solid week for him last time out. 114 rushing yards. It's the Jets and the Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Pickett will look to throw it here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Pickett. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Oh, what a move. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The Jets had a woeful 2-9 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Here's Hall again, powering forward. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now Austin.
Holding, receiving fee.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pickett now from the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's one deep for Pickens. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Pickett now on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Pickett right back to the air again. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Pickett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here's a 2nd and 5. Henry up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he returns this to the 22. And now out come the Jets. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And again, it's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start. Offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Pickett will look to throw it here. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now at 1st down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, now after all of this, hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Moss, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, That's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
brings up 3rd and 9.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Austin. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Moss. Loose inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Pickett now on first down. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Pickett. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
3rd and long for Pickett. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again with Pickett. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown there. And even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 43-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Thompson between the tackles. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. A last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 49-yard.
Now it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, Rodgers. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And they'll come up second and 7. Rodgers now to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Larry Ogunjobi drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and
Pickett back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Jets sweep. Here's Pickens with it. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Inside handoff, Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Draw play. This is Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
2nd and 8 at the Jets' 30-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Rodgers now on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Rodgers. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Rodgers, a short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.